Cagatay Guler is a researcher and Eurasian Analyst at the Middle East Technical University. He joins us now live from Ankara. Thank you so much for joining us, Cagatay. Now, give us a short overview of the interests that Russia have in Syria and the interests that Turkey have in Syria and why they haven't been able to halt the fighting there recently.
Yeah, well, these days may be the first time that all the Russian media has been paying much attention to relations with Turkey. Most of them are making the Idlib and Turkey as their headlines. And to my view, they all are concerned the relations are going out. Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlut Çavuşoğlu voiced that Turkey will not tolerate any attacks in Idlib, and Ankara is ready to take necessary actions if diplomatic efforts do not bear fruit. And clearly, diplomatic efforts doesn't bear fruit. At the last meeting, both sides declared that it was fruitful, and the delegations meet on Monday as well. And furthermore, Çavuşoğlu gave signals that the disagreements over Idlib will not affect the general relations and positions. In fact, states do not necessarily change the principal positions and policies due to the occasional disagreements with one country or another. As Çavuşoğlu set forth, Turkey shouldn't allow the problems in Syria to undermine our cooperation and relationship. So, Turkey and Russia are having problems in Idlib, but that doesn't mean that it will affect the strategic cooperation between Turkey and Russia. Yeah, they clearly have problems since the Assad regime are continuing the shellings in Idlib, and they also attack on Turkish soldiers as well. And the latest in the field, actually, I just wanted to share the latest in the field. West Aleppo is completely seized by Assad regime, and they started to move forward from South Idlib.
Yeah,
so
now Cagatay, as you mentioned there, the foreign ministers of both sides had a positive meeting during the Munich Security Conference, but both sides seem to be standing their ground. So keeping that in mind, what should we expect from the meeting they're going to have in Moscow on Monday?
Well, it seems like the crises are far from being solved. However, a ceasefire somehow might be achieved after the meeting on Monday, because as both sides reiterated that they are after a political solution, and they are trying to solve the current crisis, and none of the side would want to continue that shellings and try and continue to attack each other's soldiers, because not only the Turkish soldiers died in the field, but also the Russian soldiers are died as well. So both sides are trying to keep in mind that Idlib might affect the relations negatively, as they try not to. So on Monday, to my view, somehow a ceasefire might be achieved.
All right, Cagatay, thank you for that insight. That's Cagatay Guler joining us live from Ankara.
Thank you.